good morning. Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. I got Patrick out here building signs on the tailgate while we're getting all set up on this nice Victorian home in my hometown. This thing's maybe a couple hundred yards from where I live. I live across the street back over there somewhere, but this is an aluminum sided Victorian that is pretty dirty, and we're gonna be hitting this with house wash today and it should come nice and clean. I'm not worried about it being aluminum because we're soft washing, so we're not really applying any pressure and letting the chemical do the job. And I'll show you what's going on. One little tricky spot there, I gotta get up onto that balcony. The only access I have is the ladder. And there's all sorts of black nastiness right where that ladder is. So I think I'm gonna have to get in there and apply a little pressure to that to get it to come down anyway, so that's okay. And then same thing up on this area. I don't know how well you can see it up there, but there's some pretty good black stuff right there. I don't know how well that's going to come down, so I may be placing the ladder between the windows right here and aggravating that a little bit. A little friendly persuasion. I'm hoping not to do anything beyond the 24-foot ladder on this today, so it's nice and light and easy for me. And I'm set up on the back corner over there right now. I'm going to start washing this way. I'm going to end right in this front area right here. And we're going to see what this 1% downstreaming mix is going to do for me today. All right, this is coming out good so far. You see the grime just running down. Hopefully a 5 or 10 minute dwell does what we need it to do. The homeowner here owns a Cadillac dealership in town, and he's a very prominent figure in town, knows everybody. Older guy, been around for a long time. And this house is right on the main drag. All the nice Victorian houses are right here on this road. So it's definitely a great place for us to be. And we're gonna do a great job as usual. All right, so I'm out here on the truck side, and I house washed this, and it really didn't move it. So I've got the 12 volt out now, and I'm shooting 6% up on some of this stuff, and that should relieve it. And this is the Fat Boy, and we're putting up about 25 feet maybe with no problem right now. Sometimes I put the shorty shooter tip on here, and we're getting a little transition on the pump, a little air. But this 7 gallon per minute pump doesn't perform for me any better than my Gen 2 5.5s did last year. So, I don't know. Can't say I'll buy another one. It does work well. And it's easy, plug and play in the box the way I bought it. But doesn't have any tremendous distance or anything crazy. But it does work. And a couple guys were asking me yesterday, do you use your 12 volt for anything other than roof cleaning? Yes, I do. I use it for pre-treating, post-treating, stuff like this right here. And my house wash isn't gonna do anything about. And this is some weird stuff right here. I don't know. That's compromises on the siding. Doesn't seem to want to be coming down. We'll hit it with a little bit of this 6 and see if it does anything. And we'll let it dwell while I go rinse the back of the house now. That's it. All right, so I just created issues all over this with iron. Must have bleeding up behind there, and my SH has brought the rust down, and it's not coming off with house wash. So I got some bark in a spray bottle, cut about 3 to 4 to 1, and I did a little test spot, and it's taking it right off. So thankfully I'm going to be able to remove that, but I got it all the way up into there. So I'm going to put the 24 here and spray this real quick with some F9 and relieve it. You can see that spot where I just sprayed has already disappeared. So I'll do that, give it a quick rinse, and hopefully we can resolve it. Okay, I managed to resolve that for now. with some F9 and a spray bottle. Much better, but I still got some rinsing to do, so I'm really hoping that it's not going to come back as I add more water up in there. Let's see. All right, this project took much longer than anticipated. I was able to get all that iron staining down with F9, fairly diluted. But this stuff that's on the siding here, if you look closely, is bubbled up paint. And this is oxidation behind here. I hit this with a lot of pressure. SH, F9, no changes. So I've done what I can do to it. Not thrilled with it. It's gross. Looks nasty. I'm not thrilled. Unfortunately, my name's on it and I don't like it. This is like this. Not clean. Doesn't want to come clean, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what to use on it. I could maybe use some Cleansol and brush it or something like that, but I'm not getting into doing all that. It would be entirely too cost prohibitive to the client. So that's our result. It is a world better, much brighter, and we'll have to deal with it. All right, Patrick and I are set up on the main drag over here. Busy intersection in our hometown, Napa, gas station, etc. I got this multi-unit home that I'm doing gutters on, and this is one of my least favorite things to do, is getting a ladder up on the roof. There's no other way to get to that top gutter. And I've got power lines on both corners, but we got clogged gutters, so we're here to take care of it. I got the 24 up here. I brought my little 16 with me today, so I have access up and down. And I got the gutter tool. I just did all these lower gutters with the leaf blower, and they're perfectly clean. And now I'm going up to take care of what we're expecting to be clogged. You can see the angle here is not too bad. It's not that sketchy. And we're not bad at all up here. Just the drain is clogged and just a little boogie on that end. So this will be easy to clean. I can see that one, same thing. Clogged at the drain. Up there, same thing. So it shouldn't be too bad. I got the extension tool so I can do the least gutter placement, or excuse me, ladder placements possible. All right, so now I'm out back on this building, and this gutter, of course, is completely packed with mud because we're under all the trees back here, but it's much lower, much less sketchy. And I just had some conversation with the client. She says it's been 2 or 3 years since they've had them cleaned, and she just signed up for my annual agreement for gutter cleaning. So I'll be back here in the spring, and we'll do this again, and we'll maintain it, and she'll no longer have any issues. And we'll come out here in the spring and the fall from this point forward. My pants have all but disintegrated, holes in them. Every time I squat down today, climbing the ladder, they've just been shredding. So that's it, end of those. All right, Patrick and I are getting set up over here on our third project of the day, which is some roof washing on this house. I'll show you what's going on here in a minute. But I just had a little bit of a disaster happen. This 3-way ball valve right here was weeping and spitting, and it wound up bursting right in that seam. I got a crack in that fitting there. I don't know if you can see it right there, but there's a crack right there. Spraying 12% all over the place, or 6% anyway, down into my pump, all over me. I wound up cutting the hose, bypassing this completely, and now I'm running from the pump directly to the reel to get me through the day. We'll get our next couple projects done. I do want this hooked up though, so I can use it as a transfer, and it helps me bleed the pump also. But we should get through the day. When I get home, I gotta take this all out, rinse it. It's all freaking hot sauce all in there. I'm hoping that it runs for the rest of the day at least, and we'll get done what we can. All right, here's the roof we're set up on to wash. I got the awning in the way there, so it's gonna be 2 ladder placements for me. I'm gonna be on the right side of the deck, then the left side. I gotta shoot up into that crook there a little bit. We're not doing this roof, it's nice and clean. A lot of black algae there, a lot of lichen on this roof. We're not forcibly removing, this is treatment today. So I'm pulled out here, we're shooting 6%. I got the power washer hose pulled over here. I'm gonna spray all this side of the house in the end, get everything nice and wet, get that patio nice and wet, Trex decking. and then I'm gonna go up there and shoot from 2 spots on the ladder, and it should be pretty quick and easy for us. Basically, everything in my system on the 12 volt is whooped right now. I need to replace all of these fittings, all of these hose clamps. This Viton gun is taking a beating. It's 2 seasons I haven't replaced anything. So I'm not surprised. Stuff is starting to fail me a little bit. So I'm gonna spend some time, order a couple new things, and reset this 12 volt system. We're running eliminator for soap. I did thicken the soap up a little bit today. I added a little more into my batch, my soap tank batch. And I got 2 turns open on the proportioner right now. And this is working real nice. I got some nice foam. So happy with that. Again, I'm only shooting about half of this roof from this side. And then I'm gonna jump onto the other side of this awning. Of course, the awning's right in the middle, right where I wanna be, but that's okay. I'm just happy that this system's working for me today, because of course I've got 2 roof washes to do. So this one and one more before I can take a break. And we did wet all the vegetation on the ground there on the other side here to protect from that overspray that you see. This is working real nice. 6%. We know we got that heavy lichen. Okay, normally I could probably be doing 4% just to kill that black Gleocapsis magma, I think is how you want to say it. But we really want to kill that lichen. You got to hit it a little harder, and we're gonna have a real nice result on this roof. Sweet. Trying to stay out of the awning mechanics the best I can. I'll rinse that from the ground again best I can, and then as I get close to myself here on the ladder, I just don't squeeze the trigger as hard. That lowers my pressure. I'm wearing shorts right now, so I really don't want to splatter myself any more than I have to. And then one more beam across the ridge line like that. I'll get behind that stovepipe from the other angle. Okay, then a nice quick zig on the way down so everything gets 2 coats. There we go. And that'll be set up nice. Master at work, there he is. All right, Patrick and I are set up on our 4th project of the day. We've got this beautiful little farmhouse out here in Canterbury, Connecticut. It has a bunch of heavy moss on this roof up here. And I'm gonna go up there and gently remove the majority of the moss without doing any damage. And then I'm gonna hit that with some 6%. And that's gonna be it. We're gonna let it dwell. We're also gonna wash this end of the house. So I'm set up right now with the downstreamer, and I'm gonna spray some 1.25 up in here, let that hang out, go upstairs, take care of the roof, come back down and rinse it, and we'll be done. This is after my X-Jet removal. We got the majority of it down. Now we're giving it a quick M5 rinse to get the rest of the chum down. And then we're gonna shoot it with a 12 volt here in just a minute. It's gonna be a nice result with very minimal damage to this very aged roof. All right, and you can see in here, just in the time it took me to shoot that roof, that all this green has dissolved. I'm gonna go shoot the roof now and come down and give this a nice healthy rinse and we'll be done. There it is, all done. So of course, because I'm not doing a whole house wash, I streak these gutters. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I got my pump up sprayer with some 50/50 in there, and we're gonna give that a real light misting, and it should take care of it pretty quick. All right, it is 3:30 and Patrick and I are done for the day. We're gonna go find a cold drink somewhere, and then we're gonna go jump in the pool. We're taking tomorrow off, and we'll catch you guys again on Friday.